Good morning, everybody. This is Tish, just doing what you do with Miss Tish, Subdivision Gardening. Hey, I finally caught up with all my past videos, and now I'm doing, and of course, I've been pinpointing you in some new stuff that's been going on. But I am out in the garden. Today is a windy morning. I guess it has something to do with that storm and that hurricane. I haven't really tapped in looking at the news. The reason I don't like watching it a lot because it's always something bad, nothing good, but it's good to be aware. But I know in Texas that they had a bad storm or hurricane and a lot of um, um, bad weather down there. I don't know how the people are. Maybe I need to check and see so I can keep them on my prayer list. And I always do, regardless. When I hear things, I try to keep it on there. But anyway, this morning I am doing my walkthrough in the garden. I'm untangling this. I just refilled my bird feeder. Untangling this hose, which one day I am going to invest for the next place, our homestead, new homestead. I'm going to replace those type of hoses, the ones with the retractable one. I love those. I saw a lot of the homesteaders and a lot of gardeners had the retractable one. I am going to get some of those for my new garden, and also the hoses that shrinks up, because all this untangling these hoses is just something. But anyway, I'm gonna go out here and do that, bring it all through just in case I might have to water something. And we're gonna check out this back of this fence where the loofahs decided to, it going on the ground into the woods. He got to come back on the fence. Hopefully I get at least a couple loofahs. I did see one female look like it might become a loofah. We're going to pray and believe, and I hope there's another hidden one somewhere. So thank you for tuning in and being with me this morning as I do some tasks and gardening chores and duties in the garden. And of course, yesterday I did not get my fertilization done, so today is fertilizing. I used to be out here by 6:30, but I wasn't able to. Got out here at 7:30, so now I got to get ready to fertilize. My rain barrel is not filled up because I didn't take the top off when it rained real heavy, when we had them bad heavy rains. So I might have to be using the hose, the regular water for it. But rainwater is an awesome, it's the best to use when you're doing fertilizing, especially when you do a 511 or any of the other thing. So this is going to be water soluble fertilization, not any of the granule this time. I do got to get compost, and Miss Pam has to get some too, so we probably have to go in and get that for the watermelon and cantaloupe beds, and also for the squash and zucchini squash beds, because I'm about to pull up a lot of, I did pull up some of the squash and I'll show you that in a little bit, but I'm about to pull up more. I had so many squash bugs down up in there, and I noticed that I'm not getting as big as squashes but little ones down, because I think the plant has already spent, has already worked its work, and now I have planted a couple more down in there to get more of those. I really prefer to have more zucchini this time around than squash, because I was had abundance of squash, and now I have to preserve them inside before they get bad. So, hey, that wind is picking up, right? So, I am going to be taking care of this hose, and I hope you stay tuned with me. All right. did let the hose sit in the sun and let it, supposed to be to lay flat from being curled. It seemed like it did it, but then it's still curling back up. So let's go over here and I'm going to fix this loofah to put it back on the fence. And then I'm going to go do a walkthrough in the garden, okay? Now, as I was walking back here to go and check that loofah tentacle, I noticed that my watermelon right here, the tentacle on my watermelon, let me see, can I bring you down some so you can see? The tentacle on my watermelon is brown. So that's indication that I can pull, it's right there and it's brown. Matter of fact, is that, yep, it's brown. Matter of fact, it's telling me that this watermelon is ready. It's a small one, supposed to be a Clemson. I thought it was going to be bigger than that, but it's not. So I'm happy. If he's ready to come, looks like a couple of cantaloupes might be ready too. So let's get back here to this other area that I have to go check out. I always be careful I'm getting close to the woods. I don't like to be over this side too much. But, and let me show you this tentacle. It's way back over here. So I don't know if you can see it. Right here, see it? All these do not need to be like this because he'll try to go to the woods. And I don't need you going to the woods. I need you to grow some lupus over here. If you're going to grow any this year. So he's tightened up on there, but he's getting up to there. So I need him to come on. One thing, the plant smells so good. I don't know, I like the smell of them. Rhubarb plants does smell good. And I just twine it into the fence so he can keep growing here into the fence. Let me grab the other one and get them to come around. Way into the fence. Come out, and you need to come back. Where you going? Okay, so the little tentacles up in there so they can have something to catch on to. Once they catch on to something, they'll stay. Okay, I got a little bit more on this side to take care of watching my stuff. I need to move them boards. I did cut a lot of them long asparagus beans down back here because they had grown to the point that you can't cook them. They're going seed. So I cut them. And I see that none of the deers and stuff want to eat the string beans. Now I put them back here so they can eat them, but I guess they don't like them. Make sure they're not dropping on my head. So I'm blessed anyway that the lupus did grow well greenery this year. Even if I don't get any lupus, I'm okay this year, and hopefully I keep working on them that I will be able to get lupus, and that's how it's going to be. You keep working on things, you don't stop, you keep going until you get the outcome that you're seeking for. So I don't see any lupus going on the back of here. Unless I'm missing it, but I don't see them. I do need to go down a little bit farther. I should get Juan out here to do this. And the squirrels, the deer to push my fence. And I really do need it up. But I'm about to take it down once the season is over. So I don't know. I probably want if the lupus don't grow in this end, I really don't really need to worry too much about it being so sturdy. Because lupus does get heavy. That's good. I'm going to walk slow. So he's not going to go it. Good. I'm decided to go all the way up here. love the way my lawn care. I don't know if you can hear me. Let me get closer. One thing I love that my lawn care man did, he my lawn care man, he cleaned this area real good so I can be able to see my walkway. And he does cut it real low back here, and I like that so I can be able to see. But I don't see any loofahs. Only thing I saw was that one female over here. Hopefully she becomes something, but I don't know. So I did, you know, did what I could for the loofahs this time, and I'm just going to keep doing it, keep working at it, because I know the first time I got some awesome loofahs. This time I don't see any, but I'm going to keep working at it. So I don't know if you can see my watermelon up in there. Let me see how I bring it down, and then I'm going to bring you down. Up in there. See my watermelon up in there? I need to check that tentacle on that too. And just checking to see if I see any loofahs growing. I don't. I see them just having fun this year. They love the vine. And this is pushing in too. So, oh, what happened? This I think is a bow. I don't usually be in. Oh, these fences are going in. I feel like I need to put a brace on them. I want to show you a little bit on these grapevines right here. I had thought I lost a lot of them, which I did, but I don't know if you can see it. This has got a bunch of grapes right here. Let me see if I can make sure you can see them. See it? And so I see they are turning, and I taste one, and it reminds me of a bullet grape because the whole thing doesn't melt in your mouth like one of my tastes before, but they are turning on there, and they're still good. So I am getting a couple of those, but the rest of them did die from the disease. But I can't wait till I can start trimming it back. I think I could now, but I don't know what happened to my blackberry bush right here. But I do got I hope them new canes in there, because the other ones don't look too good. They look brown. And they must be old canes, but I don't know. I really didn't want to cut anything off until the season is over and then start seeing what's what. But it looked like something that got hold of that. Maybe whatever was on the grapevine. But I do have a new blackberry. But that was my second year, and he shouldn't have died out. Yeah. So, yep, that was it on that grape thing I wanted to show you. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and water, where I'm going to do 511 go everywhere today. Everywhere in the garden, 511 going. So what I need to water everything today. This right here is my ginger, and it's looking good. Real good. Might have some big ginger pieces out of here this year. And I think I got this ginger from the store. Organic ginger from the store. The other thing I got, turmeric I got from the farmer's market. From the plant, from a distributor from that KC festival I went to. I'm thinking very hard about getting that hole digger so I can be able to stabilize my fence, because the wind has been picking up and it's just pushing both sides of these fence. And I'm seeing that I might have to just go ahead and put the boards on them just for the time being, because I do not want any problems. I really don't. My beans are still producing, and they say it's a great season for you to throw some more bean seeds out too. I don't think I want to do that because I'm not. I don't have. I guess it's not producing enough in the bed, so I can make at least a jar of beans to store away. So I don't know. I don't think because they're still producing. They're looking beautiful. Still looking good. So I get some, a handful, or maybe maybe good handful or two, a pint a day or so, enough for stir fry. Just enough for stir fry. Not really enough for it to make the can away. So I will still have to go get beans to can away. And also, because I think I only have one jar there, I want to at least have about 5 or 6 jars of beans store. Um, Also, the squash, I'm gonna cut them up and put them in flash freeze them first, and then vacuum seal them to put it into the freezer. I'm gonna try to do not as much stuff for the freezer. Don't know how what's gonna take place, but I'm gonna try to do more with canning. That's the best option until I get my freeze dryer, and then I'm gonna freeze dry and can more canning to preserve my stuff for longer term. Because you never know if the electricity goes or you don't have the backup generator to keep your freezer going. So once the electricity go, your freezer and stuff that's in your freezer go. And you have to go ahead and cook it up to store it the other way anyway. So when you have stuff jarred and canned to preserve it longer, you don't have to worry about that. Only thing you have to make sure your seals are sealed on your jars. And vacuum sealing, and also dehydrating. Dehydrating is another great way too, and you can keep them for longer term, as well as freeze dry. So those are some methods that I'm gonna go into more of in the future and now, other than storing things away in freezers. Because as you can know, if you watch some of my videos, I've been having problems with my freezer. And I haven't got my replacement yet. They still back and forth because they cannot fix that one. And I need a replacement, and I got to call them again today. It's like a constant keep calling for these warranties. You know, you get these warranties on your things, so if something happened to them, they can fix it or get it replaced. But why is it taking so long for them to verify everything so you can get your replacement? Man, I tell you, you just got to stay on them. Because it's like they don't want to give nothing to you. Don't want to give nothing to you. Really, they ain't giving them. They repaying you for what you... And really, you're not getting your whole payment. You're just getting the base value of it. So all the insurance you put in, all like the delivery service, all that stuff, the tax, all this, you ain't getting that part. You getting the part before the tax come in, before the insurance come in, before the and then you got to get new insurance on top of that. So not only you get that, you have to pay for new insurance on the new product and it's delivery if you don't have nobody to go get it. It's just a lot of mess with it. With this one, I'm not gonna say all of the warranties are not good, but this one is crazy because I had two different types of warranty. I had one for the product within 2 years. I guess that was Frigidaire. It was a Frigidaire, their warranty, and then it kicks into the extended one, I guess, for the manufacturer or something. And that's when it went to them because it was over a year I had it because I think I got 3 to 5 years on it, and I had it for 2 years, and that's it. And then I need that new. So everything I purchased for my furniture, for my bed, everything I get warranties on it. So if something happened to them, they're gonna replace that. Paid too much money for those things. My kitchen table, my bedroom set, my living room furniture, along with my freezers, all those appliances, warranty. I see the bird is right here. He's just loud. So I'm trying to water these good because I want to go ahead and fertilize. I don't want to water everything and then go back and fertilize because it'll seem like longer to do that. So as I water this first section, let's see if I can get my leg. Great. So once I water the first section, these beans, well, I don't know, because I didn't fertilize the beans at the same time I fertilized everything else. And I need to pick these beans first. So if I got anything to pick, I need to pick them before I fertilize them. I don't know what's in here. But that looks like a big old mound or something. Hope I ain't nothing that crawled up in there and made a home. Well, that's where my foot was yesterday. I don't know. Where my foot was at. Trying to push the soil. Hopefully, I'm praying that's what it is. Not no tunnel going through here. It's something I don't want to find out about because they'll run me for my garden for the day. There he go. It's something how something so small can have so much power over us that make us jump. Some of us not, you know. That's looking good. So now I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna water these cucumber beds and then I'm gonna get my fertilizer and start fertilizing. $5.11 and I got some fizz feed, tomato and vegetable, extra garden stuff. I'm gonna put in this for the fizz for the containers. All right, let's go. So what I do is I fill up these containers. Let me go down to jet. And I use 2. I only have 2 right now, so I use 2 of them. And then once I fill it up, I drop one of the fizz, and I just pour a cap or 2 full of this 511 in. And I stir it up. So what I'm going to feed first is the loofahs and the cucumbers over here, and also the zucchini bed. And also right here, this ginger. So everything on this corner right here will get fed. I might have to use 2 more buckets for them. 2 more gallon jugs. Another easy way to do it is get a 5-gallon bucket and then get a measuring cup and then scoop it in or something and then water them like that. And since I have these, I just did that instead of me trying to get a bucket and fill it. But if you're using tap water, they say if you don't have any rainwater, the best thing to do before using like I'm doing it is to let your water that you're going to use, if you fill up a one of them trash cans full of water or something, let it set overnight so the chemical and everything comes out of it. And then you can use the water and it won't have all that things in it from cleansing the water through the system. So anytime you want to water your garden or something, you don't have rainwater, you fill up the container, let it set for 24 hours overnight, and then the next day is being used. Don't cover it. Let it stay open, and all the gas and whatever inside it will you know, come out. And then you'll be able to use the water. But, you know, nowadays time when we do drip irrigation, all that stuff, if you don't have those things hooked up to it to cleanse your water, we're using it straight from the tap, and you see it's still, our plants and stuff are still growing. Ooh, that wind is picking up. It is picking up. It is. I hope you can hear me. But it feels so good outside. Remind me of that song. It feels good. Yeah. All right. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to take this hose. I'm going to multitask. I'm going to go ahead, turn it back to shower, and I'm going to put it inside a cucumber, not a cucumber, the watermelon and cantaloupe bed so that we get watered for the day. It's going to be so hot, you're going to make sure everything get watered. So let me drop a tablet in here. These been working pretty good, I guess. I just put them in there to get some water. I want to get some, try another brand to see if that works. But once I start getting my compost down good and my scrap feeding and getting all that, I won't be using any of that stuff like that. I won't be buying any more of that. Making my own is my goal, is to be consistent in making my own for my garden. Especially if the plan is to have a bigger size garden, because you're not going to be up there buying so much of these products and spending so much money on buying the products. So I don't use the cap, I just pour a little bit in each one. And this don't last long. It's good to get the gallon, but I had to go where my money goes. And I'm using this stick because my hole is somewhere. I think I'm using it to hold something up. You stir it up real good. And the flies love this stuff. So flies will come around. So usually when I water fertilize everything with a water soluble, what I do, I go and just spray over with the water hose a little bit so the flies won't stay in that area, you know, just lingering. Let me take this water over here. I want to show you something. I was over there in my cantaloupe bed, and I had saw one of the cantaloupes that was forming when the flower and the bee had pollinated, but it didn't go to the point of forming a cantaloupe. And the reasoning for this is nothing you have done. If you see this all over your cantaloupe, and you see, but sometimes it's when the bees do not pollinate it or fertilize, don't pollinate it good. And when it don't have a good pollination, they will shrivel up and it won't survive. So it's like an incubator time to see will it survive if the bee had pollinated good. So this was not a good pollination and it died off. And which is kind of good if you have more than one on that same row, of when you have so many flowers on one row and all of them get pollinated. So you don't want all of them to grow cantaloupes on because they'll be pulling energy from each other. You want one good one, so you see the one that survives and you pull the rest off so all the energy can go to that one. So I just wanted to show you that. And I'm gonna throw it back in the bed. Mushroom. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. Pour some in here. I just pour some and go to the next. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. I don't even count. I just pour. Loofahs is heavy feeder. So I'll probably use this whole jug for the loofahs. Okay, that's gone for there. And now this one I'm gonna use for, I can use for here. Take those out. And then I'm going to feed my cantaloupe. I don't know if you can see. Not cantaloupe, cucumbers. Excuse me. I've been over there talking about the cantaloupe. So with the fizz is a multi-feeder. So it gives you the NPK, and 511 just give you 5 nitrogen, 1 phosphate, P, and the K, you get 1. So this only worked for just these 2 beds. So I have to redo it again. That's the one thing about it. And start over again. So in this pack you only get 2, 4, 6, 10. And by the time I finish this over here, I think I won't have enough of this for my tomatoes, which is fine because tomatoes just got fertilized with my granules last week. So they was behind everybody else. So let's get the water. It's over here working on the peppers. Peppers got some kind of mushroom that grew in here, and now it's decomposing, so it's causing a powder, and I don't want that. I should have had on something, a glove or something, not a glove, what it called, a mask or something, 'cause I don't know if that's something that's gonna mess with my lungs or not. I hope not. All right. So one thing I found out is that if you have mushrooms in your bed, it's a sign of growing in your bed. It's a sign of good fertile ground, good soil. A mushroom thrives on good soil. So, and that's good to help fertilize your garden also, the mushroom. I wouldn't eat it unless you know exactly what type of mushroom it is, because a lot of mushrooms are, could be hallucinogenics. It could be poisonous. It can kill you automatically, paralyze you. It's so many different things with these mushrooms. So know your mushroom before you eat it. So if I use the spent from when I made, when I grew, what they call oyster mushrooms, and I put it in the garden, I know I know what they look like. So when it grows in my garden, I know that will be a mushroom I could eat. But I like to do the picture it. I like to make sure what it is before I decide to take on it. Because some of these mushrooms that have been growing in my beds in the front is poisonous. Don't want you to even touch it with your hands. So a lot of times I cut them off and burn. I don't even burn. They say burn it. I put it in the woods, but then I let it decompose back in the soil. But I don't touch them with my hands. I hear a bird right in the tree. Oh, that air feels so good. I'm believing God that the next. Will you go? I'm believing God that my next my new homestead area will have nice trees around that I can be able to put out there, or they'll leave some trees on the land, which will have some good shade trees, or I'll have some good fruit trees to give us shade, and just have those things that wind blow through. I think it will be so awesome. You know, the larger your garden is, the more work comes into it. And a lot of people work other jobs nowadays. Everybody work other jobs. But when people work from home, it's a little bit better. But when you make that your living, your homestead, your farm, your living, you can live off the farm and be able to make money from the farm. It's a way of doing it, and I want to learn that as well. So from even my acres I'm getting, But from the plot where I'm getting just the part where I'm putting my garden, and I haven't decided if I want an acre or a half an acre or quarter acre, I don't know, but I know the sizes of how I want it looking. So from that, I want to be able to have a market garden in with my home garden, so I can be able to sell my produce, my garden, my veggies and stuff, and get it to the point where everything I'm using organic and back from the earth, we're using it back up to bring back what it needs to repopulate itself. So that's what I want to get into, to learn more. Not just learn more, but to be able to, you know, be able to do that. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna put the hose back over here and I'm gonna start back fertilizing. Alright, so we did those. Now I gotta do the zucchini and the watermelon and cucumber bed. So those are the next ones I have to do. We're gonna get that done. I think I gotta put the 511 in here. I haven't did that. I put the drops in there, I think. I don't see no bubbles in it. I might, yes I did. I remember doing it. Peppers fed. So now, let me cut this water off. I just watered it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna finish up fertilizing the rest of the garden. I probably just allow the video to play and you can see, but I have to put the camera in a shaded area, you know that, because I can't put the umbrella up because the wind would blow it over. So I would just have you looking at the scenery of the garden as I fertilize the side. I'm gonna fertilize everything in the garden except the tomatoes. Tomatoes probably get fertilized between this weekend. Yeah, this weekend probably. But not today. I don't know if I'm gonna do it tomorrow, but not today. We're gonna see if I run out of any of these tablets. I have to get more of that and probably some more 511. Try to get a jug this time. All right. I see them. Ooh, you been eating. That's why my thing fell down. I'm about to take you off. Because you are big and juicy. Ooh, Lord. I can't believe I pulled you back up there. I gotta go look at all my stuff now. Y'all coming out. You ate up my pepper too? Oh my goodness. Really? Now I gotta look all through you because you don't used to get in my peppers. But you did. You ate them. So where my scissors? I gotta get you. Ooh, you got to go. The whole branch going. Tomato gotta go too far. No, I'm just gonna put you. I gotta get that glove on. Let me find something to put you in here. You be acting up around here. And you big too. I ain't been paying attention to y'all side. You don't take all my little leaves. See if any more of your friends over here. Put you over there by the birds. Because you done ate all my peppers. Oh, I can't believe it. See if any more of y'all in here. Then I had some that ain't do too good. Oh, it's flowering. One you fell down. You got too heavy. See anything else over there? I gotta go check y'all out. You getting too close. Y'all want them? I'm about to give them to you if you want them. That thing's huge. I don't like it. Yeah. All right. You got caught. Ate up my pepper. Usually don't be by yourself. So you must have been over there for a minute. I see no more. You must ain't get on nothing else. All right. Hey, what are you doing now? Now listen. Last time I said I was gonna let you this one. That was a hornworm over there. I wonder why my tomato them were just leaning so much. And I thought the wind maybe did something to it. But found out it was a big old huge hornworm on him. And he ate up my peppers too, right that were right beside it. Ate up all of him. Then he ate up the tomato, some of the tomatoes. So I got him off and put him up there on the bird feeder to see if the bird gonna eat them. Last time I gave the bird one, he gonna take them and try to, I guess, hide them from the other bird and put them on my fence. And the other bird came in a bigger one, and he probably looking around like, what you got? And the other one acting like he ain't had nothing. He was hiding it from him. So I was like, oh no, you're not gonna bring it back into my garden. So he ain't never come back. He was trying to wait for the other bird to go. So guess what I did? I moved that hornworm and threw him out in the woods. So whoever got him was meant for all. You should have ate them while you had them. That's what I was saying. All right. this is what happens when you call yourself doing one task, you end up doing another. Hello, everybody. I just want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in and watching my video. The video ends kind of briefly. I finished watering and finished fertilizing my beds, and it was a pleasure to be able to share this moment with you all. I hope you all continue to subscribe to my channel, those who haven't, and continue to watch it. Watch hours is very important to YouTube, and I thank you all for tuning in. Continue to be blessed. Continue to do what you're called to do and to do it well and do what God has called you to do as well. Love y'all. Be blessed and take care. Bye now.